Hey everybody, it's Dr. Darya Ghafourpour. Thanks for joining me again for another Friday night video. And I'm a little bit more casual today. I'm already with some friends who are some pretty amazing people. And it got me thinking about the value of strength in numbers in positive partnerships that can enhance what it is that you're looking to do in any form. And right now I'm talking about more in a collaborative effort for entrepreneurs in a business sense. And I've just been having some really great experiences with these people where we came together in a mastermind with the purpose of learning together and helping with each other's growth, helping to support one another in each other's efforts. And what happens is you become friends, and you start thinking on one another's behalf. And it's a very magical thing when you have really good dynamics that are going on. And I feel very fortunate that I've got some great friendships and partnerships that have already been developing. And like an example is that I might just be talking about something that happened in my day, and my friend who's listening is going, wow, that's going to be a really great teaching point, when you're working with your clients who are having those issues. And in this case, we're talking about me taking on dentists as clients to be able to help provide some guidance on how they can operate and run successful dental practices coming from a compassionate place. And it was a really enlightening conversation. It was great. I wasn't even thinking that way. Here I was just, having dinner conversation. And lo and behold, there's ideas that are already brewing. And so if there's any way for you to identify, what friendships or what partnerships can serve you and the other person or people as well, then just take a chance and ask them about it, and just see if there's some way that you can brainstorm your ideas, because there's so much value that is there when we express what's going on our mind, just get it out of our head, and listen to see how it lands on the other person's ears. How they interpret what it is that you're saying, what your ideas are, and then before you know it, it's like boom, boom, boom. You've got some concepts that are going on that you'll be able to act on, and that's pretty magical. That's a fun thing, and it's fun. It's like it's good to put your mind together and create. And I think that's part of what I love. Yes, there's a piano involved, and yes, there's a child involved too, who's having fun with the musical instruments. I just want to encourage you to find ways, to find people, to find groups that you can be a part of. And here I'm talking to you on Facebook, and there are a ton of Facebook groups that have been developing to the point where it's a little bit hard to participate enough in all of them. So in my case, I can only, sometimes my attention will be grabbed, and that's really awesome, into one group, and I'll get pulled into conversation, and I really enjoy that. But the reality is I can't spend my time in all of these groups. And so what I've chosen to do is, when I am in a group meeting, I'm clicking around, I'm reading other people's posts, and I'm sharing as well. It's really helpful to choose to do that and to commit to it just for that moment. It doesn't have to be a lifelong thing, but you feel present, and other people feel your presence there too. And so that's when the sparks can fly. That's when you can really have a really strong exchange that can be hugely beneficial, not just to yourself, not just to the person that you're collaborating with or you're brainstorming with, but to the people whose lives that you can affect as well, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. Sorry, this is just reminding me of like growing up with the piano, and we had one of those organs in the house, the electric organ. Maybe that was a 70s thing, but anyway, that was always fun when somebody would start pounding around and turning the volume up. So yeah, we're having a good time here. So that was just my message of encouragement. You're not alone in it, and sometimes it's easy to feel like we're alone, alone in our thoughts, alone in our ideas, alone in an endeavor maybe that you're thinking of doing, and you're not so sure that your family will be supportive, or your other, people in your circle that you might think, oh, well, what if they don't like it? Just take a chance and talk about it, and you'll be surprised, when somebody else gets the idea about how passionate you feel about something, or if you light up, you feel really good, and they can feel that your energy lifting, then you'd be amazed at who wants to support you for to get from point A to point B, what's on your mind, what your concept is. And just remember, you don't have to go through it alone, and that's one of my main takeaways when I get together with my friends and have these mastermind meetings is it's very, very powerful to be able to be with like-minded people everyone wants success for everyone else, and that's a really beautiful thing. So I feel very, very fortunate to be surrounded by some of my friends, and I get to be with my friend Jamie. I've referred to him before, my friend Manju, and it's going to be a really good, powerful weekend. So thanks for joining me here. Hey, Bernadette, and you've had your share of business meetings and collaboration too. I've been watching what you've been up to. So congratulations to you too, and good for you for taking that leap and stepping forward and creating your own Facebook group, right? All right, y'all. I think that's going to be it for this evening. I'm super glad that you joined me, and if there's anyone who might benefit from this message, please share the video and like my page if you haven't already. You can also invite your friends to like my page. I would love it if you do that. You know me, I'm just all about trying to get a broader reach so that the right person, maybe who's in your circle or someone else's circle who's connected to you, can become inspired and feel encouraged and feel prodded on to just take that one more step, that next step. You can also find me on YouTube, and boy, I've got a collection of videos there. It startled me when I looked at that page. So there's a lot of fun there, and a lot of encouragement. Those ideas came from suggestion of viewing the Cape Summit. Really? Wait, you're saying that your Facebook group idea came from viewing the Cape Summit? I'm so glad you brought up hi, T. Thank you, I will. Awesome. The Cape Summit, how could I have forgotten about that already? There's so much that feels like it's gone on in the last week. Yes, I was interviewed last Sunday, and that was excellent. Okay, I'm going to take a couple more minutes here. That was really, really cool. Dr. Jennifer Brenton, her goal is to help certified, so the CAPE stands for Certified and Accredited Professional Entrepreneurs. She said, no, I needed to give it a facelift. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got inspired. Yeah, so it was a summit where she had basically 16 speakers, including herself, some very, very high caliber entrepreneurs, and I was invited, so I'm one of them. I'm humbled to say. And we had an awesome talk for about an hour, maybe a little bit more. And the more questions that she asked me, it's like she has this talent to kind of reach into your mind and know what to pull out and what to extract. She knows what's going to be valuable for people to hear. And so it was just one of those feeding back and forth with one another. It's like we're on that same wavelength. And she and I are in our own mastermind as well. That's just super. It's been very, very valuable. So I'm really fortunate to be connected with so many people who just really want to do good in the world, and they're super intelligent and know how to do it. So that's who I choose to align myself with, and it makes it going through my career as a dentist more fun, and it brings inspiration. It brings new ideas for me. Bernadette says such inspirational pieces of info, and made me rethink what I've been doing differently. So totally helpful. Yay! I'm so glad. That's great feedback. And you just never know who's gonna get that idea sparked from what conversation. So I'm really, really glad that you were there and that you got a lot out of it. And in fact, since you're mentioning it, so if you scroll down a bit here on my Facebook page, you'll see like a person wearing a cape. So that was their little cute spin off of Cape Summit. What did she say? Because even superheroes, even entrepreneur. What was it? It's something about wearing the pocket protector. Even people who wear pocket protectors are superheroes too. And so if you click there, you can get the replays. I think at this point it's for purchase, so I don't know exactly what the arrangement is, how much that is, but very, very valuable information there. So there's just a whole lot, and it's not only the interviews or the presentations, but there are downloads that are accessible to the viewer as well, like blueprints and checklists. I have one of them myself for helping dental practitioners extend the life of their patient relationships. Basically retain their patients so that you grow into having a very strong and powerful relationship there as a doctor and as a patient, which is hugely important, for people to find that they have a dental home for themselves and for their families and for their friends and coworkers and so forth. So, okay, I think that's enough for now. There's a lot to ponder from what I was talking about, and thanks again for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. All right, take care. Bye.